nitty-gritty. And I'm live. Thank y'all for joining me, y'all. Toya the T in the building. Thank you for joining me. Of course, I am your customer service guru, your customer service surgeon, right? Because we got a lot of issues that we're experiencing in 2022. How are we feeling about customer service? I need to know. Please let me get your likes and shares and subscribe. You can follow me, Toya with the T, on all social media. All right, y'all, check it out. Customer service. So if you go ahead and follow my page, I gave us a couple of tips. I don't know, but if some of y'all want to start a business, do you understand how important it is to have a customer there? I'm just saying, we go into business for the customer, right? And although I know that the customer is not always right, the fact of the matter is we still need them to keep coming through them doors in order to get that money. That's like legal pimping, y'all. When a customer comes through your doors, you need that bread. You need to do whatever it takes. I'm only dealing with you for 5 or 10 minutes. And whatever it is that I have that you want to buy, that's what I'm here for. But in 2022, I'm noticing that it's a little bit of, aggression, right? Right? Anybody experiencing that? Maybe we are experiencing things like a lot of people give you this impression that they don't want to be at work, right? Now, if we check out the statistics, they say on an annual basis that if your company does not meet the customer service standards, you will lose everybody. We all businesses, we lose $62 billion a year just from giving poor customer service. Just because your attitude stinks. Just because you have a representative in your window that doesn't understand what it is to represent the brand. And oftentimes, there's a couple of things that I have to do as a manager that I have to put things into perspective for people. And I'm going to put it like this. In most urban Black communities, right, we have young women, young men that sell their bodies, sell drugs or whatever. Hey, you may happen to come through my doors looking for a job because you don't want that life, right? I'm all for that. Only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to help you switch the product and put it into perspective, all right? So whether you sold drugs, whether you sold your body, it is the same concept, just a different product. You're selling burger buns and meat instead of selling a bag of weed or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's still all about customer service. Even if you're the weed man, and you got a bad attitude or you're cheating people out of weed or your weed not good or whatever it is, it's still a customer service concept. But oftentimes, I don't think that we get that. So we're going to talk about some customer service tips that might give you a little bit of help along your journey. Now, again, maybe you're not like me. Maybe you don't care about customer service. Maybe it doesn't bother you at all. Maybe you can go out and, hey, it doesn't matter if they speak. It doesn't matter if they don't acknowledge me. It doesn't matter if they throw the money at me across the counter. I don't care. But me personally, I care. I want you to take the time. I want you to smile. And I want you to be personable. So make sure you go ahead and let me know. I need your likes, shares, and comments because we're going to be talking about some things in 2022 that we are just not experiencing in customer service. Now, when we come to patronize a service, right? And I think this is the issue. We just simply want to be respected and want to be heard, which that means if I come to your establishment and there's something that you say you have, I want that. Okay. Now, statistically, most people say they have the most issues with customer service when here I come to said establishment and I ask you about said product and you know nothing about the product. You can't tell me about the product. You don't have the product, a lack of product knowledge. I'm just saying, they say 42%, over 42% of people feel like a lack of knowledge about your product is not good customer service. They feel like if you are a person that is going to represent that brand, and some of this stuff is just what you should expect, right? If you were an artist and you had a manager representing you, wouldn't you want that manager to know their product? Wouldn't you want that manager to know you, your songs, a little bit about you? Of course. It's the same thing we expect with everything else. But when it comes to our businesses, this should be the focus. So for most customers, if you feel like, customer service isn't a thing, actually it is a thing. And we are losing $62 billion a year just due to a lack of customer service or poor customer service. That's a lot of money. I would not mind recovering. That's 62 billion. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting together things because I feel like as customers, as um, business owners, as executives, we cannot get a grip on this customer service, but it goes hand in hand with who is your first customer. And if you are a corporate junkie, a CEO, an executive, a head, a district manager, a regional manager, and you haven't made sure that the first customer that you interact with, which is your employees, are satisfied without breaking the guidelines and policies of the business, those are your first customers. If you haven't appeased them, then you're never going to be able to get a grip on customer service. When it comes to a customer coming into your establishment, and I need y'all to let me know if I'm wrong. You want the person to know about the product you're going to buy. And then the second thing that most people say that they can't stand when it comes to customer service is they don't want to repeat themselves. We don't want to have a phone call and then I have to tell you that, and then I got to tell another person the same thing, or I just repeated this. No, just fix it. Why do I have to keep repeating the same thing over and over again? One thing I think that we forget as business owners is that you are the specialist. One thing I think we forget as employees is that you are the specialist. People are going to come into these doors, and when they see you as the representative of said company or of said brand, and they're going to expect for you to be able to smack it up, flip it, and rub it down when they ask you questions about this product that you're getting a paycheck for. Now, this is a 50-50 situation, right? Because oftentimes, as employees, we sit back and we say, oh, well, they haven't trained me. But then again, as an employee, you should have a little bit of an initiative to want to be trained yourself. Just know your product so you can educate your guests. Those are things that we feel like is poor customer service. And if you agree, then if you were to start a business or open up a business, these things are important. So making sure that you know your product, and making sure that you can even comprehend what the guest is saying without having them to repeat it. Those are two things customers do not like to do, and it's going to affect your business. Period, point blank. There's a lot of different things we do with customer service. Again, someone comes into your establishment, why would you have an attitude? The goal, hey, my love, the goal is to try to make sure that we retrieve customers. And with that, it comes with interpersonal skills, customer service and interpersonal skills. Again, they work hand in hand. If as an individual, you open up a business or are running a nonprofit or whatever it is, if you're an individual who you don't know how to talk to people, you're not grateful that people are there for you or may have helped you. You don't thank people. You're just, a hellraiser all the time. You're rude, you're nasty, you talk to people any kind of way, all kind of crazy, right? You don't explain things to people, but yet and still now you want people to come and buy your product, or you want someone to donate money for your charity or your cause. And normally it doesn't go like that. One of the first things of customer service, too, that we need to understand is that marketing is everything. And we are only going to buy from a person that we like. We're only going to buy, from people whom we feel respected. And again, unless some of us just don't care about it, customer service is always going to be imperative. And it's always going to be about you making sure you have things available for your guests. And you're having a good attitude about it. Because nobody wants to be around anybody grumpy, and we sure don't want to go ahead and just give you our money and you're grumpy and don't even appreciate it. So, we have to really keep these things like that in mind. When it comes to customer service, again, I am Toya with the T. Check me out on all social media. I've been in this business for a really long time, and anybody that knows me know I'm a customer service guru. I would like to call myself the customer service surgeon, because I can withstand almost any situation except for the physical ones. I can withstand almost any situation, and whatever customer that I get in front of, I always remember that I am getting paid to put up with your mess. I'm not here to give you an attitude. I'm not here to give you a hard time. I'm not here to tell you what we already have. I'm not here to tell you, look at the menu board to see what sauce flavors we have, or look at the register to see how much your order is. No, customer service is, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Anything I can help you with? Absolutely. And then we upsell again, right? Let's just say, right? Said company, big company. Oh, we make them hand over fist, right? Grumpy. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're going to give us your money anyway. But listen, even though I'm going to give you my money, when it comes to customer service and retail and food, we talk about this thing that we call upselling, right? Upselling is like, so you got that burger, you want them fries? Because I don't want you to spend $5. I want you to really spend $7. So now I'm gonna upsell. So now if you think this customer has come in, my hands are tied, I'm hungry, there's no place else to go, let me go pay this $5. And now you ask them, do they want something else? Do you think they're gonna be likely inclined to want anything else next? I mean, I'm just saying. And you all grumpy and don't feel like being bothered and have just given off this impression that whatever. Of course not. So all of these different techniques, they work, but I think oftentimes we think that when it comes to customer service, it's just about being the consumer and the business. But this is all the way around customer service. Friends and family, poor customer service too. Someone comes over to your house and you don't show them where the bathroom is, or and I'm talking about your guest, right? A lot of companies try to use a method of, when people come to our establishment, you treat people like they're the guests in your home. And what we have to understand is that some people, when you have guests in your home, you don't know how to treat them. Although we want them to come in and we want them to make themselves at home, you wouldn't do that with a stranger. You would do that with someone who you feel acquainted with, right? And after this person has been coming to your business for a while, then maybe you say, hey, well, what you having today? You won't go through your whole spiel, you won't go through your over, above, and beyond, because this person has been coming over, you know what I mean? They get hey, you're busy. Oh, you can go ahead and step over there and grab it. But when you first get to know your customers, people who are paying into your business, what can I get for you? You don't just let them get up and fix it themselves. Why are they going to come to your business to get up and fix it themselves? So when it comes to customer service, and everything affects everything, right? Because even though it's my job to be a great customer service person, and here you come to my establishment, let's talk about tipping for a second. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to tipping, some people are terrible when it comes to tipping. Listen, so you go out, right? You eat, you order drinks, you order food, someone brings it to you, you order dessert, you want your steak a certain way, you need ketchup, you need salt, you have all of that. You have an individual that's going to come and run all of that for you. Hey, what you need? You got your kids is messing up the floor, they're pouring salt and sugar all on the table, they're taking food all in the crack of the couch or the crack of the booth. I mean, just a bunch of just running around because you're serving people. And if someone has served you in this manner, it is only fair that you leave them a tip, especially with us understanding the state of slavery, right? You got somebody working for you and you don't want to leave them a tip, right? And I've heard people say things like, oh, I just didn't think about leaving a tip, but you're getting served. This is very, very tricky. Again, even if my company did everything they needed to do, they trained me, I got everything I need, and I'm trying to offer customer service, this is the next turn that it's going to take when it comes to customer service, because now here you want this utmost service, but you never reciprocate the service that I'm giving you. So if you go somewhere and they've gotten your drinks, they've made you feel good, they made you feel like a king or a queen, they're doing everything they need, that person deserves a tip. That, again, is going to make sure you're going to get provided customer service. Statistically, 91% of people say they will pay more if they are guaranteed that they're going to get the absolute best service. 91% of people. And then they said they would pay up to 10% more if they knew that they were going to get the absolute best service, period, hands down. That's why when some people pay for a hotel at the Ritz-Carlton versus a hotel at the Econo Lodge, no one is going to pay $100, $200, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $500 for a product or a hotel, and the individual that is representing the product or the hotel is giving you a $2 service. You're going to get fired on the spot. And then we're stuck wondering, oh, I don't understand. I can't keep a job. Yeah, because the service sucks. And if you couple that with a company who doesn't know how to explain it to you because everybody's so non-confrontational, then what are you going to do? They say that statistically, again, y'all, 52% of people will pay whatever, right? They didn't even put a cap on it. 52% of people said they will pay more. Doesn't matter the cost. Whatever the cost is, if that's what they want, they're going to pay for it. And if they know that they are guaranteed top-notch customer service, they are going to pay more for that product. And then again, if we're in a position to where we're not getting, sales, or we're not making great money in our businesses, customer service is a component we need to look at. If you know that you have the product, if you know that you have the means to get this product to the people, whether it be mail, delivery, or whatever, and we have that, then what's going on next? Customer service. How do you sound? Another statistic, when we're the customer, although it's frustrating, but when we're the business owner, it's frustrating too, because I've spent my money along with, let's just say, I'm just going to pick a major company like McDonald's. McDonald's probably employs over 20,000 people, right? And one location, well, we're not going to talk about McDonald's. We're going to use Chick-fil-A, right? Because statistically, Chick-fil-A is the number one top of the line company voted best customer service overall, period. And I'll get to those statistics again later. But you go check me out, YouTube, TikTok. I got my little clips up. You're going to see who's ranked worst, who's ranked best. When it comes to customer service, Chick-fil-A is the first one. But at the same time, when you're a customer and you're going to Chick-fil-A along with the other 3,000 people on a daily basis, Chick-fil-A can possibly be serving 200 to 300 people an hour. So here you are, 4 people with wrong orders coming at one shift or individual to get things taken care of, and you want it fixed immediately, right? Because you're the guest. I want it fixed immediately. I spent my money. I don't care about nobody else. I don't care about their experience. I don't care about their food. My food is messed up, and I want my food messed up immediately. And there are those of us that have online businesses that require the same attention, right? They get something, they're going to messenger you, they're going to email you, and most customers, they want it taken care of immediately, right away. Again, statistically, over 89% of people expect to get some kind of response, some kind of sorry, some kind of something if they've encountered any kind of poor service at an establishment that they shopped at. Statistically, over 72% of people say that even if they were committed and they love this one place and they went there all the time, after about the 3rd time of getting terrible service, they're not going back and they could potentially go to the competitor. Now listen, this is a lot of money we are letting slip through our fingers simply because we don't want to change the mindset of customer service. Now, please, again, I know I'm a little spicy. I know that, right? But I got thick skin, and I can deal with certain situations for certain moments as long as y'all not imposing a threat. And when it comes to dealing with complicated people, that's a challenge for me. Now, you're not going to be complicated off the clock, but when we're on the clock and we're in a business setting, I love to deal with the most challenging people. And most of the time we don't, because again, we don't understand the dynamics on how important it is for customer service and to follow through on it. And once you have made them happy, you're good. Okay? Maslow's hierarchy of needs can go hand in hand with this customer service thing. And when we talk about customer service, we have to look at both sides, the business side and the customer side. And you as the customer are going to want something done right away or immediately. Whether you're doing it online, email, or whatever, even though you know that it may be virtually impossible for these people to contact you immediately, especially if you are on any type of digital media messaging. You know that. But it doesn't take away the expectation. And if you're online and there are thousands of people or hundreds of people emailing about their product, you're not going to get an immediate response. Somebody's going to get left behind, which it goes the same way for the business. Listen, as a customer, I don't care about the other hundreds of thousands of people. You're the specialist. You're the one that needs to figure it out. And if I call you with a problem, the only expectation I have is to fix it. When it comes to customers and your business, this is like a marriage. I pay you for said product, and when I get said product, I want said product to be the way it's supposed to be. Anything less than that, you're going to have an issue. When it comes to customer service, let me tell you what the expectation is. If you say you have this product, they want you to have it. Some companies, no matter when you go, and all of us, we already know, how come the ice cream machine always broke at McDonald's? We don't even really know why, right? Yeah, because we're not cleaning it. Again, this works hand in hand. A lot of the times, the employees want to blame the business, and the business want to blame the employees. But it goes hand in hand. Nobody's putting a gun to your head to tell you to take that job. Period. And if you don't want to be at that job, go away. And no one is telling you to hire these employees. A lot of us are hiring employees because, we're tired, we need bodies, the competent people who would make the job easier. They're not coming through the doors or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, again, this is a hand-in-hand situation. There are things we have to do from the business aspect to make sure that everybody we hire is trained and understand how important customer service is. And just like anything else, if you are a leader, if you're the manager, if you're the owner, if you're the district manager, and you have a spirit of not taking your customers serious, then your crew is not going to take them serious. It's a trickle down effect, and it starts uphill. And if you feel like, you're just, I'm just after billions of dollars, I'm just making all this money and I don't care about customers. As soon as you get that mentality, you will be broke in a matter of time. Customers deserve the absolute utmost respect. When you first open your business, that's all you care about. Oh my gosh, just the customers. That's what I want to do. That's what I need. That's what I need, the customers. I need an X amount of customer count. I hope that's the direction we've been using. Because if you haven't been looking for a customer count, if you don't know how much you need, how many customers you need on a daily basis, how many dollars your customers need to spend per customer, how many, what's the head count, and how many people came into your establishment on a daily basis, then here we go. We're going to be putting ourselves behind the eight ball to be able to, again, not be able to provide the best service, because customer service is not just about the representative. It's all the way around. If it takes an hour for me to get my food, that's still going to depend on customer service. And if it's taking an hour because you failed to record how many people you serve on a daily basis, and you fail to acknowledge that every day that changes and it grows, and you do not accommodate the growing business with enough people, then you're going to have a customer service issue. You can smile, you can tap dance, you can do all kinds of stuff what you want to. If you cannot provide that service in a timely manner, you're going to also have an issue with customer service. Oh, yeah, the service is great. Oh, I love the servers. I love the prices. I love the food, but it takes 2 hours to get a burger. And most of the time, that's an issue. If it's taking us 2 hours to get a burger because we're standing in line like the vegan joint, okay, right? But if I'm sitting at my table, I'm seated, I'm here, and it's taking an hour for me to sit down and then to come out the kitchen to my table because y'all can't keep up, we're going to go into, poor customer service. There, you just cannot be nice enough to erase the impression that this business operations does not match the service level that your customers are going to want. And 9 times out of 10, if you say something is supposed to be done in 20 or 30 minutes, and it takes an hour, customer service goes downhill. And these are things that we need to acknowledge. How do you feel about customer service? Maybe you don't care. I don't know. Do you care? Do you care if they say hey? Do you care if they say hello? Maybe you don't care that they say nothing at all. You just want your food. You just want to go sit down and that's it. But for most of us, I think we want to be appreciated. We want to be acknowledged. We want you to say, hey, how you doing? We want you to come back and say, have a nice day. And if you fail to meet those requirements, then you're out of here. The place that I work at right now, they are not playing. But when I tell you, they're so strict when it comes to customer service. Very strict. That if they feel like you're not saying the greeting right, if you're not enthusiastic, if you're not this, they're cutting you, they're clipping you, bloop, you out of here. Georgia is a fire at will state. So in the event they should feel like your customer service skills are not up to par, they will fire you on the spot again. Why? Because they understand the concept of customer service all the way around. When you make sure your crew and your employee are your first customers and they are happy, they will never steal from you. They will work off the clock. They'll work for free. They'll work on the side. They'll do everything you need them to do as a team because you acknowledge that as the manager, as the owner, you cannot run this business without your first customers, which is your team, your employees, your crew. And once you acknowledge that you can't run it without your employees and your crew, and you provide everything you can for them within the regulations and policies of the business, they need to understand how they deal with the customers that bring the money in. They the front line. Those are the people bringing the money in, and they are the most important. You are my customers. They are yours. And your job is to provide the absolute best quality and experience they've ever had. If they have an issue, fix it. You don't have to give the store away, but if they have an issue, fix it. If you have to buy their meal, let's do it. If we have to do this, let's do it. And if there's anything that we did, we need to get better at it. We don't make the customer pay for our mistakes. We don't cheat the customer. If the French fries is supposed to be 5 ounces, yeah, nothing wrong with giving 6, but now we can't give them 4. Like, these are the things that we look for as customers, right? We're going to look, customers, we want big, we want more, right? We want more than what we paid for. And those are the places that we flock to, the places that are phenomenal. Oh, wow, that's a huge sandwich, a huge drink, or a huge this. And we flock there, and we want it. So we have to keep that in mind. In order to keep and retain our customers, our first round of customers are our employees. Make sure they're happy, taken care of within the realms of the business and the policies and their job. Make sure that their customers are happy. They come to pay you. When they come through here, that's the money that we're going to have to pay you. Because if they don't come, I can't hire you. I'm going to have to do it. So just keep that in mind. But make sure y'all stay tuned. Toy with the T here. Check me out on TikTok. I got my customer service tips going up. And right now I'm going to do 10 customer service tips to help you in your business. I don't know. I don't see many likes or viewers, but maybe, just maybe, this video will catch you someplace. Maybe you'll see it. Maybe it helps. But let's go over it. Tip number 10. Let your customers know how important they are, right? Let's say customer comes to you with an issue, right? Hey, listen, I came to your establishment. My burger was cold. My fries seemed like they've been there for an hour. My drink was watered down, or these pants didn't fit or whatever, right? And you come back. First of all, let me let you know how important you are to me. I appreciate your service. I appreciate you for coming by. Now let's see what we can do to rectify and create this problem. I mean, not create this problem, but to rectify and fix this problem, right? Number 9, be personal. Give a name, give a card, give us something. Listen, we all, even when it comes to superstars, right? Superstars must have important customer service. Let me tell you something. If a superstar act like they ain't got no sense, when we run up on them trying to get their signature, we're going to talk about them like a dog. Why? Because we feel like that's not customer service. We buy your tickets. We listen to your music, we go to your shows, and then when I pull up on you and say, hey, ask for an autograph, you're going to tell me, no, leave me alone. I'm with my family. We're going to feel like that's poor customer service. And it's kind of the same way. But when you meet that superstar, and that superstar is like, hey, my name is such and such. Thank you so much. Here, let me go ahead and sign that for you. Here's a card. Call me anytime. You feel like something. You feel like somebody, right? And it's the same way when you're a department head, executive, owner of said establishment, right? They got an issue. You let them know how important you are. Without you, I wouldn't be in business. But now I'm going to be personal. Here's my card. Here's my name. Listen, if anything happens like this, moving forward, you call me, you let me know, because I'm going to make sure it's taken care of. That's what we all look for as customers when we have a problem. Looking for this person to act like they give a food. Hey, my name is Latoya. Here's my card. Here's my direct number. If you ever have any problems moving forward, let me know. And that's going to definitely shut and simmer that customer down, because we ain't got no time for the problems, right? And now we're going to be willing to fix it. This is number 8. Tip number 8. So tip number 10 is you let them know how important they are. Tip number 9 is that you're going to be personal, offer them your name, your card, your number, so that way if they have any issues, they can call you and contact you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to lose it. That's why most managers and owners have business cards, right? But then number 8 is be willing to fix it. And listen, let me tell you something. An inconvenience is an inconvenience. And this manager right here, let me tell you what I do. I'm going to fix it for now. I'm going to fix it for the inconvenience. And I'm going to fix it for next time. And the first time you get me, you ain't going to get me no more. I mean, I'm just saying. And y'all make sure y'all follow me. I got statistics for that too. So we're going to move on to number 7. That you admit your fault and never say it's the customer's fault, right? Prime example, the customer comes in, hey, I want to order a Sprite. Okay, yeah, sure. And then you bring them a Coke and they say, wait a minute, I wanted a Sprite. No, you didn't. You said Coke. No, I said Sprite. No, you said Coke, I'm sure. Get out of here. Don't be arguing with nobody. Oh, I do apologize. You said Sprite? My bad. Let me get you Sprite. Always admit your fault. I apologize. My fault. I thought I heard something else, but you said Sprite. Let me go get that for you right away. For some reason, it's hard for us to make sure that we admit our fault. We don't have no problem going back and forth with the customers, and that's no-go. Let me tell you something. If you're a part of my crew, you better not. You better not be going back and forth with the customer telling them what they said. I don't care what they said. Did they tell you what they need? Fix it. Don't be going back and forth with my paycheck. Listen, go when you get your paycheck, you go back and forth with it. Don't you go back and forth with mine. Fix it. So you never say it's the customer's fault. You admit your fault, even if it's not your fault. Listen, did not just say that this business and this customer service is like a marriage. Just like a man. Just like a man. Just like a man. Customer service is like a marriage. Even if you're not wrong, even if you're right, Don't matter. The customer will always be right. Because that's what they pay you. You don't pay them. So, you know what? You're absolutely right. Our fault. Because I need your money. So it's our fault. And at the end of the year, I get to write this off as a loss, right? But it's our fault. No fault of your own. Let me fix that for you because I need that money. I don't want to give you no refund. I don't want to take the food, right? I open up and I prep the day to sell the food. Take the food. Shoot. What I don't want to do is I don't want to give you your money back and I don't want to lose your service. So everything is our fault, never the customers. Number 6, communicate clearly and effectively, which some of us don't do, right? Some of us communicate, but sometimes it's not clear and effective. Sometimes we're scared to say things, right? Sometimes we got attitudes, look a certain kind of way, all crazy and carrying on. And you don't have to do that with the customer. It is what it is. Listen, if you're doing things by the book, there's all kind of cuts and breaks and stuff you get from being an LLC and a corporation. It's not that serious. Don't be getting no attitude, looking all crazy with the customer. It is what it is. Don't be disrespecting them. Don't be saying, yeah, right. Don't be looking all crazy. Stop. No, that is not the goal. The fact of the matter is that you said you decided to be the specialist of this said business. And now you want people to come spend their money with you. And that is it. I just want your money. Let me fix it. Let me stick by the word. What I said I'm going to do. And we're going to move on. If anything less than that, that's not fair to the customer. I'm just saying. We're going to go to number 5. Number 5. So we done did all of this, right? We done let them know how much we appreciate them. And this doesn't only work. I'm just throwing this out there. This does not only work in customer service. As a female that has a lot of guys that love me, this is the tactic that I use with people, period, to get what I want. Period, point blank. So, we let them know how important you are. Now we're going to be personal, let them know your name, your number, things like that. You're going to be willing to fix it for this time and the next time. Then you're going to admit that it's our fault, not the customer's fault. Now we're going to communicate effectively and clearly. We're not going to have no attitude. We're not going to be looking all crazy. We're not going to be all slouched down. We're going to be standing up confident the way we're supposed to be. And then we're going to thank them and apologize. After all of that, we're going to thank you. I thank you so much for bringing it to my attention, because you know what? If you don't bring it to my attention, for one, I'm not going to remember your face, so that way I can make sure this don't happen next time. But most importantly, thank you for bringing it to my attention, because that is the only way that I'm going to get better. If you don't bring me the problem, I can't get better. And again, statistically, only 4% of consumers are going to tell the business that they messed up. If not, they're going to go tell 9 people, hey, I got a positive experience at this place. They're going to go tell 16 people, hey, don't go there, they suck. But only 4% of them are going to come back to you and say, hey, this is the issue, this is the problem. So we thank them and we apologize. This go hand in hand with number 9, being personable. We thank you so much for letting us know that you had this issue. The only way we can get better is if you tell us, and I apologize. Your time is precious. And when you come to get something to eat or come to buy something, we don't want to hold you up longer than what it takes for us to initially go through it, right? That's the next thing we're working on as businesses, how to go ahead and get the speed and accuracy, right? And we apologize, and 9 times out of 10, that diffuses the problem with the consumer, right? Now we're going to move on to number 4. You let them know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. You need to be educated. What's going on? Do you know what you can do? Are you going to a customer saying, no, we can't do that? No, once you buy it, especially in the food industry, if you haven't already expressed to your customer that it's final sale, you don't have signs, Signage is important. Final sale, last minute offer, no exchange, no refund, whatever it is. And then still, if you're going to have all these different things, no exchange, no refund, your product needs to be worth something. But know what you're doing. Can you do that? Know if you're breaking a policy. Hey, listen. So normally it's no refund, right? But I tell you what I'm going to do this time. Because there's nothing wrong with having a policy. There's even nothing wrong with breaking a policy. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to break the policy for the customer, you need to be on top of your game. You can't send a customer a mediocre product and then want to talk about policy. Because along with policies and procedures are a whole bunch of other things that are supposed to be in writing, that are supposed to be a certain kind of way. And if you don't deliver, then why should the customer pay for something that you said that you were going to deliver and you didn't? Just saying. So now we're going to move on to empathize and respond positively. Empathy. A lot of us don't have it. A lot of us can't put ourselves in other people's shoes. And that's what empathy means. Can you understand where they're coming from? Stop thinking that the customer is always trying to get over. Are there people trying to get over? Yes, they are. But I promise you, if you have a 200, 300 person customer count, 150 of those people are not trying to get over. I mean, I'm just saying, even if you have 3 people out of 150 people that are trying to get free food, you're still ahead of the game. I mean, I'm just saying. So you can empathize with the customer and you can respond positively. Again, this goes hand in hand with that communicating clearly and effectively. You don't have to be all arrogant or belligerent or cussing or carrying on. You can respond positively. Really? That's what happened? Explain to me what happened. That's how you feel. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel like that. I am going to have a conversation, or I am working on getting better, or whatever it is. But empathize and respond positively. Be honest. Don't act like you don't know the situation is not a good situation. You know, a lot of people say fake it till you make it, but you can fake it till you make it, but sometimes enough is enough is enough. Don't insult people's intelligence trying to fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Empathize and respond positively. You know, and then get feedback. Get feedback. Everybody wants to feel heard. What do they have to say? Do they come here all the time and do it? Just be quiet. Listen, let them rant. Let them rave. Let them say whatever it is. Whatever the issues are with your business, you need to be writing them down. You need to be writing their name down, their number down. Because if it is somebody who this is what they do, trust me, the third time you're going to have them writing their name and their number down, and all of their feedback, you need to be writing it down. Because this feedback that this said customer is giving you, this is feedback, and they feel like they're telling you what the problem is. And these problems need to be looked into. A lot of people, oftentimes, we get into these businesses, especially the restaurants, and it's like, I just don't understand what's going on here and what's going on there. But oftentimes, the problem is the leadership. We just be in there like robots just to work it. But nobody ever takes ownership and leadership of most places, most establishments, and lead their team. And that's the issue. And then the number one customer service technique is once you figure out the problem, know that the customer is always first. If a customer has paid for their food and you're getting money in, the customer with the wrong order or the issue is precedent, just as important as the one spending that money. You don't want to stop one transaction for another. You need all that bread coming, period, point blank. I don't want you to get your money back, and I don't want to stop yours. That's why it's very important to always make sure you have somebody there to do what? Take the money. And the person that got their hand out to take the money, they normally say 2 things. No booger bears on the front line, which normally means they want you to be attractive, right? Because normally attractive is going to have an attractive personality. That's what we want. No booger bears on the front line. And people with attitudes, they don't go on the front line. You can't go there because you're taking the money and you'll have them all the way at the transaction. But as soon as you get there to have that transaction of the money to exchange for the product, you can throw it all the way out the window. And again, there's statistics. 52% of people will back out of a transaction if they are experienced with poor customer service. Do we see how this equals up to 62 billion a year? Everybody collectively. I mean, I'm just saying. Figure out what the problem is. The customers first. Fix the problem. Period. Point blank. End of story. And that's what it is. And that's what we should be doing for customer service, y'all. I don't think many of us even care about customer service today. But if you or somebody you know have had issues, experienced anything with customer service, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me. Because I am Toya T, the customer service surgeon. I'm adamant about customer service and the situation that we're experiencing in 2022 customer service. I'm over it. But maybe you need some help and assistance to get your team back on point. Holla at your girl. That's what I'm here for. And I'm going to go ahead and do these last tips of customer service one more time. Number 10, let them know their importance. Let them know how important they are. Talk about the customer. Number 9, be personable. Get their name. Give them a card. Give them your number. So they'll feel special. They'll feel important. And then you'll always have spies in your camp. They'll be telling you everything that be going on. Be willing to fix it for this time and the next time. Whenever you cause someone an inconvenience, you need to make it right and then make it right and then make it right. And then you tell them, run tell that. Because I might have messed you up the first time. Oh my God, I went there and I had it right. Oh my gosh, I waited so long. But when I left up out of there, that lady made it right. I don't want 16 complaints. I want 9 of them. So be willing to fix it for this time and the next time. Number 7, admit our fault. Never the customer's fault. Number 6, communicate clearly and effectively. Number 5, thank them and apologize. Number 4, know what you're doing. Be educated. And educate your guests. Let them know how things go. And next time, I might not be able to do the same thing. And then you empathize and respond positively. Have feelings. Act as if it might have been you. And then 2, you got to get feedback from your party or parties. How did it go? How's it going on? And then the number 1 is figure out the problem because the customer's always first. Fix it. Fix the problem, y'all. Fix the issue. What is the issue? When it comes to customer service without the guests, what do? What do you have without the guest? Nothing. So I'm Toya with the T. I just want to go ahead and go over those 10 topics of customer service. And if you or anybody that you know, you have had some issues with customer service, I want to hear your story. Tell me what it is. And then let me know how you feel about your story. You can email me at toyawithet@gmail.com. That's TOYAWITDATEN. If you want to go ahead and send us something to the Cash App to support the show, you can do $ Toya with the T, TOYAWITDATEA @gmail.com. Or you can like, share, subscribe, and find me on all social media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, IG, or Twitter. I'm there, even on TikTok. And you can check out the podcast, Toya with the T. Welcome to the Tea Room. I'll be coming soon next month to People TV or peopletv.org. You can keep me locked in there. We're going to have some great shows going on. And if you or somebody that you know, maybe you have talent, maybe you have a business, email me. Let me know. I'm going to need you. Also, you guys, next week, very important week, I am going to need, if you or someone you know live in the Atlanta area, I'm going to need you. I'm looking for singers, artists, rappers, models, actors, actresses, you name it. I need a short clip of you and what you got. Send it to my email at toyawithet, TOYAWITDATEA @gmail.com, because we're going to be working on some new and exciting content for People TV to go on peopletv.org, which is a public access television station that you'll be able to see in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you live in the Atlanta area or in the surrounding counties of the Atlanta area, and you're looking to start getting together to where you can get some content on live television and be seen, holla at your girl. Let me know. Let's get it cracking because I'm with it. All right. But okay, my name is Toya with the T. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I want to appreciate y'all. And listen, customer service is imperative. If you or someone has experienced customer service, first and foremost, email me. Let me know about your situation and scenario. And or maybe you got someone who's starting a business and you need help. Keep in mind, I just got a master's in business, right? Kind of tired of working for people. So I am going to use my master's and my knowledge in business to be able to assist people and potentially be a consultant. So if you or someone you know is opening up a business and you need help, make sure you go ahead, stay tuned, follow me, email me. I'll help you out. I got some free services. I'm going to choose some individuals where I'll assist them for free. But then also moving in towards next year, ladies, I'm going to want y'all to join me because I'm going to do my 90-day go to goal plan. I should be working on some advertisements for that now, but 90-day go to goal plan. That's right. For 90 days, starting in 2023, we're going to be writing down our goals, trying to figure out how we're going to get them achieved. And even if we fall, we're going to make it. So I definitely want you ladies to join me on a 90-day goal to goal plan. All right. We're going to definitely be trying that and see if we can just dig in there, create some accomplishments. There's a lot of things that we want to try to achieve in the first of the year. There's normally some things we want to do, like lose weight or start exercising or whatever. Well, this is going to be a forum where we can get together and keep each other motivated. So holla at me if you want to be a part of the 90-day go to goal plan. We can get together and hold each other accountable and see if we can accomplish some of these goals, man, because it's getting tighter and tighter, y'all. Time is winding on down, and with time, the younger we get. So we need to go ahead and do what we need to do so we can stay in shape. So make sure you email me, you stay tuned, like, share, subscribe. And again, if you or someone you know has had a customer service experience that you want to share, go ahead and email it to me. Or maybe you got some feedback. I love having people involved in this conversation. So if you or someone you know cares about customer service and you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Toya with the T, and I'll see you soon.